Hey everyone, welcome back to Paul's Q. Today we're going to do a comparison. My Pit Boss against the Weber Summit Charcoal. See which one's better at cooking St. Louis ribs. I got 3 racks. One will go on the Pit Boss, one will go on the Weber Summit Charcoal. The other one, it's going to go on the Weber Summit Charcoal as well, but that one's just going to be plain with rub. I'm not going to be glazing it or anything else, just because I want to taste the rub, because I'm trying out a new rub too at the same time. So let's get into this and see what we got going on. Here we have 3 St. Louis racks. As you can see, just gonna trim it up. Take this end here and just kind of cut this off to square it off, and that's about it. There we go. Keep that. Still good for eating. After you've trimmed them down however you want, get a paper towel, pat them down. Remove the membrane. Just get a knife or a spoon or something. I'm just using trying my best not to use the sharp part of this one, so we don't cut through it. Follow along one of the bones. Just lift up as you go. Once you got that happening in your advantage, use your finger, come up under. Hopefully you can get it up under the end there, just like that. Take your piece of paper towel, hold it down, and you should be good. Pretty much rip the whole thing off, one shot, almost. All right, now that we got them trimmed up, however I like it, it's trimmed up, and however you like it, I got the membrane pulled off, do it how you like. Gonna hit it with a little yellow mustard. Not a lot, you don't want it to be swimming in it. Just enough to give it a coat. We're gonna hit these today with Smoke That Butt that I picked up the other day from the Pepper Palace. We're gonna see how it is on some ribs. Now let's go on to the back side of the ribs with some of this. Pat it in. Repeat the process on the rest of the racks. Flip them all over to the other side. Same exact way. Mustard binder. Hit them up with the rub. There you go, all rubbed down. Now we're going to set these back off to the side in the fridge, let them sweat down a bit for probably 15 minutes to a half an hour, but we light up our pits and get them going. There we go, Pit Boss is fired up. We got it set at 250 degrees. That's what we're going to be running at for this rib cook. And we've also got charcoal lighting up over there, and we got our Summit, which will be setting up. The charcoal's already lit. I'm just going to put the charcoal over here off to the left-hand side today, right about this area right here, and then let it burn however it burns. And we're going to be using Weber brand wood chunks today, hickory. I'm also using hickory pellets, if I didn't mention that already. So fair comparison on these ribs with the hickory. There's our setup. We got 2 nice fist-sized chunks of hickory in there for our smoke. Now we're gonna let the grill come up to temp, then we'll get the ribs on. Well, both of our grills have come up to temp now. Let's get some ribs on. Sorry for the kind of crappy angle for this one, but let's go with this one here. This one for the Pit Boss. On there. That's it. Little. Pit Boss is on. Close the lid. Done. That's done. Sorry for the crappy angle, like I was saying. I just did this so you guys can see me putting them on both grills, hopefully. I don't want someone to say, oh, you did it different times, different cooks. No, they're all going on the same time. I'm going to go with 2 racks. racks on this one here. Like I said, give you guys a quick little view. Got my Great Pro Brightness center. There's our 2 racks, St. Louis. Smoked that butt rub from the Pepper Palace that I just picked up on Canada Day. Close the lid down. There's what we're running right now. If you guys can see that, I don't know. It's at 126 at the moment. It will go back up. It was at 260 because I was still settling in the temp, but I've pretty much got the vent dialed in, so we're good now. Don't worry about the bottom one. That's for a different video and a different cook that I got going on right now as well. And the pit boss. Take a look over here. There you go. There's our 1 rack. Hickory pellets. Hickory chunks of wood from the Weber. 250. That's what we're aiming for on both grills. Well, this one I know it's going to sit there at 250 because it's set there. The Weber, it's okay. I'll get it dialed in right at 250. Like I said, we were at 260, so I've closed the vent down a little bit more, and that'll take care of that. 1 hour in. Let's see what we're looking at. Look at that. Yeah, it's starting to dry up a bit. It's okay. Let's spritz. Just using water for the spritz today. Don't feel like using any juice today, even though the juice does give a nice flavor. There we go. Now let's go over the Summit. See what these guys look like after 1 hour. And these guys, yeah, little spritz, not a big one. I can see the nice black pepper in this rub. There you have. That's after 1 hour in. Let's close it down and let's let that go. This grill's been holding around 245, so we're good on that. We'll pick back up in probably another hour. And we've rolled up on hour number 2. Let's take a look now, see what we got. It's looking nice. It's a little spritz. I'm just giving these a quick spritz, just like this. Once I close down the camera, I'm actually gonna take these off and wrap them. So we're just looking at what they look like right now, hour number 2, before we give them a wrap. These are going to get wrapped as well. Quick little spritz. Now for wrapping, I'm just going to put them down on the foil and maybe throw a little bit more rub on top of them. And that's all we're doing for wrap. Now we're at 1.5 hours since we've wrapped. So that's now 3.5 hours total cook. These little pieces here, pretty well done. Go ahead and munch on those. Let's pull these out. Using rubber gloves with a cotton glove underneath, just for the purpose of not burning my hand. Let's see what these guys are looking like. Oh yeah, there you go. For all you guys that like fall off the bone, there is fall off the bone. Nice and tender. I'm gonna be extra special careful now to try and get them back on the pit. There we go. Those are fall off the bone. So now, I'm going to hit it up with another little touch of rub. You know what? I'm going to leave it now. I'm not going to put any more rub. I'm just going to let it get its bark back a little bit. And then from there, I'll be hitting it with the sweet bourbon glaze that I got from the Pepper Palace as well. All right, about 10 minutes has passed now. I'm just cycling through pellets again, that's why you see the smoke. We're gonna go on with this sweet bourbon glaze from the Pepper Palace, like I said. I've never tried it yet. Be a first for me. Smells good. It's only been about 10 minutes since we unwrapped and put it back on there again. So now, we're gonna hit it with this. We're gonna let that set up. I'm gonna do the same now to the Weber. I'm gonna pick back up once I have these pulled off and they're ready to go. Let's see if that glaze has set. And it looks like it has set up. Let's pull these off. That glaze has set up too. Now we'll get this rack here with the glaze off, and we'll put it right here. There we go. All three racks are off. So we got Pit Boss, then what I'm calling a control rub test for me, so I can see what the rub tastes like without any glaze, and then we got the Weber with the glaze. Here we are, 5 minutes of resting. Pit Boss, my non-glazed, and the Weber glazed. Move that off over there. Let's grab this. There we go. Let's start off with the Pit Boss ones. Push that knife out of the way. There we go. Look at that. Nice rack. The glaze is set up on it. It's coming off a touch on my finger. Let's slice right here. And I just need one bone for this, just to try it out. There you have. This is off the Pit Boss. Smoke ring. Meat's moist. Let's set that right over there for now. Now let's get the Weber ones. See? Looks like we got a darker color on the Weber than we did on the Pit Boss. Everything's the same amount of time between the wrap and everything else. Let's go with the center bone on this one, just like the last one. Bones run on an angle, that's why we just cut it. A little bit offside, but it's all right. You guys know what's going on. And let's see what the Weber had to offer. And we got a smoke ring on this one too. Put them with a side by side so you guys can see. I think the smoke ring may be a bit darker on the Pit Boss, but the overall color I like better is the darker one here off the Weber. Let's give the Weber one a try. Let me sit down. You guys can see me, hopefully. Perfect bite through. That rub is pretty good. I can taste the rub from the bottom side. The barbecue glaze, it's all right. Next time I'll put more glaze. I don't think I glazed that one enough. This one, let's give the Pit Boss a try. Great bite through on that. This one here is really good too. I taste that rub nicely. The glaze I can taste. I think there's a little bit more glaze on this one. I can taste that glaze. That glaze is good. Thumbs up to Pepper Palace for that one. But smoke flavor, not really. Not really getting it. Not hitting that hickory off of the pellets. But these ones here, you're definitely getting the smoke flavor. My preference is the heavier ones. I know a lot of other people aren't too big on the smoke. They might prefer the Pit Boss ones. Either way you slice the pie, both ribs are good. Don't get me wrong. I love my Pit Boss and I love the way it cooks. I also love that Weber Summit. That thing is a beast and a champ. Cooks like a dream. This one, I edge towards the Weber, but they're pretty well equally other than smoke flavor. So, you guys like this one? Hit the subscribe. I'll have more stuff coming for you soon. See you guys on the next one. Bye.